Hey guys, I know I've been gone for a while. I got a little sick and speaking was kind of difficult, but I'm back. So yeah, let's I guess just hop right into it. Oh, I don't want trading. I'm gonna check the forums, see if I missed any requests for videos of mine. Okay, ball. I think I already made my singletons video. Oh, there's noise upstairs. But okay. So no requests. I'm just gonna make well, let's see if we can break mage. So I've heard that people are saying that mage is not very good. We're talking about crystal mage. Oh, crystal sage, sorry. So I think they're talking about it as a king. Makes sense to me. Now, the main complaints about it are that it just has to stall forever, but it doesn't actually get anything out of stalling, or that it has to it loses hard to aggro if it doesn't stall forever and get nothing out of it. Which I don't know. I think we can break this card. So second Crystal Sage is a fine card. Mana Storm, very good because you're kind of swarming the board and mana is important. Barrier is arguably really good, but whatever. Alright, so let's start out with I was thinking of a card, but I can't remember it. I'm considering running. Okay, let me look at mana cards by cost. Ephemeral Garden seems fine. Soul Collector seems better. We might actually run all three. But I think Soul Stealer is better for anti-aggro. Although I think I went over it, and I've noticed that Soul Stealer doesn't really kill a lot. But I guess you can round it out with the the avatars, yeah, of the Sage. So that's probably not so bad. Okay, so we'll probably end up dropping the Ephemeral Garden. It doesn't combo with the rest of these cards. And then we could go into Mage Synergy. Geomancer is really good for anti-aggro too. Okay, so my idea here is that if I am in Mage Synergy, well, first of all, there's an argument to be made for playing Obelisk. I honestly think it's slow and not good. I know that a lot of people really like it, but like, what is your Crystal Sage actually doing? He's not doing any damage. So you're not, when you're prolonging the game, you're spending a turn to do it. So your opponent is playing more cards, and all you're doing is kind of stalling out, but you're not gaining anything from that, unless you're like passively gaining mana equal to the value of the tempo of one card, which is just not possible, right? The tempo of one card is really, really big. I think we can assume that every card is worth like 15 mana. So unless you are passively gaining 15 mana, which you might be with Soul Collector, I guess. But even then, that's even. I don't know. I don't like it. I think it's not that great of a card. And I know that that is not like a popular take. But okay. So I was considering playing Knowledge, but I think that's a trap too. I really just don't think there's a lot of good mages. We go by type. Where are the mages? Here? Yeah. So everything down until Necro. Like, yeah, I just don't. Okay, from Paladin to Necro. Illusionists. I sorry. I'm really curious if Illusionist is worth it. It probably isn't because it's the same thing as Altar or Obelisk, sorry. There's no world in which I think Paladin is worth it except as a target for the shoot card. don't think that's worth it either. Flame Lord, um, eh. Pyro, eh. Yeah. I don't think you should play Mage. I don't think you should play Knowledge either. I know a lot of people like it because it's really, really, really cool with Crystal Sage. Gives everyone this spawn and defense and all that. But I really don't think it's very good. I think it would be better to just play high cost cards and ramp up. Like this deck is just your typical control deck. It has it has the ability to stall out against aggro and mid range. And yeah, it can actually get a lot of tempo out of the fact that it's trading its health for your minions. So what's another way we can do that? I mean, like a quick 20 cost card. The thing that's interesting is I kind of want like swarmy cards like Hive. Hive might be really, or Volcano actually, might be kind of cool. Huh. Yeah, this is, I think this is like the ultimate way to play this archetype is you have some like 20 cost or some free cards that you can play early, and then you have like some 20 cost card or some 30 cost card that's just a good card, like Raiden, something like that. Psycho Fiend even. Well, no, I think we just need straight damage stats. If I understood what Nightmare did, I would say maybe that. I don't really understand it. Becomes your opponent's card. Like, is that even good? It consumes their mana, I guess. But it doesn't. I don't think spending some of their mana is good for taking 20 attack every turn. And it's a straight line 4. I really don't understand that card. I don't know, I'll have to play with it. But okay. Deep Space Warrior? That's not a bad idea. It's a good card to ramp up to. But I think I'd rather ramp up to like Chimera, yeah. Um, Forever Phoenix. It's not a bad way, actually. Remember how people said this deck was good for stalling? Obelisk, Forever Phoenix. That's a combo. Yeah, no. We'll play Dream Drake. Dream Drake is a really big, awesome card. And then Bog Dweller's another good card. And I think we're set. Like, we're just doing damage. I can't think of a card I'd rather have over Bog Dweller. I know it only has 16 attack, but high health and high regen. We're gonna have difficulties closing out a game, I think. Dream Drake does a pretty good job, but they can always run from Dream Drake. And his attack is pretty low too, to be honest. Maybe we ramp up to Chimera. I think Chimera is a little bit underrated. Has really good movement, and it also has like Swamp and Scorched, which are well, two things. Which, like, the fact that it has Swamp and Scorched makes it a good finisher against decks that have Swamp and Scorched, right? Um, so it's more like offensively good if you don't know what the opponent has, whereas something like Forever Phoenix is only good against Scorched, right? And so I don't know how to explain this, but more than if it has more than one tag, you're not necessarily expected to build a hybrid deck, right? And in fact, like it's probably not good to build a hybrid deck. So it becomes more of a card for punishing the opponent than it is for playing around. Okay. That made some sense. I mean, I think that people are gonna say, okay, well that's obvious. But I feel like there's something a little bit deeper about Chimera, but I can't quite explain it at this moment. Okay, so that's our 20 cards. Am I happy with it? I mean, sort by cost. Sort by cost. Hello? My deck is not sorting by cost. Oh well. I'll report it. Mana Storm, Bog Dweller, Geomancer. Okay, so we have 3 mana cards, which might be excessive. I might not. I might just drop the Soul Stealer, to be honest. Get another free card. Sort by cost again. What's free and good at defending you? Honestly, Parasitic Wasp is really good in this deck. Although I don't have any swamps, so it's only 7 attack. I mean, the other options are like, so I have some problems with Griffin. Griffin Griffin can't defend your king. Griffin has to wait for your king to get hit, and then it comes out and hits them. That's not what I want, right? I want a card to stand in front of my king and defend me. Maybe I'll just run 1 Wasp and 2 Castle Knight. Like, Castle Knight does that defending thing. What has Move by King? Is it only, yeah, it's only Sentry. Sentry is that card. Problem is it doesn't have enough attack. I think that Castle Knight is a really good in-between. It's 15-6. You get 2 of them most of the time. It's a card you can play early and not feel bad about. It's a card you can sacrifice and not feel bad about. Like, Lava Golem does the same thing, and Lava Golem somewhat combos with Soul Collector, but I don't know. I think it's better to have something slightly more permanent. So anyways, I've talked a little bit about some other ideas I have with this archetype, but overall I think people are probably playing it wrong. We'll take this into AI. Unless someone's online, but I don't think they are. Yeah, no one's online right now. So, I don't know. This is my favorite one to play against. It's not gimmicky and stuff. Oh, sorry, let me... Cool. This is unlucky. I think I want to get this one with my Swarmy Boy. Like this one, if I get it, I'm going to take 7 attack, and I don't know. I don't want to. Plus, if I'm going here, then I'm 100% to hit him back. The only problem is I didn't get to spawn because of that. I didn't really see what killed me. Oh, he probably used the floody thing. Okay, so I'm at 35 mana. I could just play another Crystal Sage, but I don't really wanna. I think this is better. Yeah, just spawn here. He'll probably walk over here and I'll have to walk off. No, that worked pretty well. So this only does 15 attack. Bog Dweller or Chimera is the question. Chimera kills and Bog Dweller doesn't, so I have to go with Chimera. It's unfortunate that I don't get to spawn, but it's really, really fine. I just don't want to lose any mana-y stuff for nothing. Honestly, he has enough mana that he can just flood and play a card here and swing here, and then that would be really hard for me. Like he could swing here and then swing here with another card. Oh no, he can't. He would have to flood with this. I don't know what to do. I think I just leave this like it is. Running away doesn't help too much. Maybe it does though, because I defend my Crystal Avatar. I'm just gonna stay there, because I don't want to play something and hit me. Cool. I think it's not dumb to run Wraithblade to turn your Crystal Avatars into bottom feeder killers and other, like, Ephemeral Garden, whatever, right? But I don't know if it'll make it into the final version of the deck. Like, obviously this isn't the optimal list, it's just some ideas that are probably better than what we're currently doing. I kinda don't want to play Mana Storm now. I'll just play this instead. Spawn more guys to cover more area. This guy can come here. And these guys can just... Actually, he'll stay there. So we're not really worried as long as we're off of water. Except he's gonna be able to hit me soon. We kinda do want the bottom feeder to die as soon as possible. But I don't see it happening. Okay, what can we hit? We can hit this one. Yes. To be honest, I think we should just hit that one. Cephalopod is annoying. But we're just ramping up, man. Like, how is he gonna outvalue us when we have 3 Bog Dwellers? And 3 Chimeras? And Geomancer too, actually. Geomancer's really good here. I could move up, play a Chimera, and take that one. I think I'll do it. I think it's just correct. Oh, I already played a card. I forgot about that. Well, next turn I'll plan to play Chimera or something. I'll spawn another Parasitic Wasp over here. I don't think I care what this guy does. He's in the wrong color. I'll move him in here to try to make the bottom feeder move out. And then, like, honestly just Bog Dweller to the face. I think it's time for Face Rush. I kind of want to play the Castle Knight as soon as possible, because if I don't, then he won't be worth as much. But also, I think we just outvalue. So then the question is, like, do I want to move up Bog Dweller, swing? Get rid of all the mana? I mean, that's not even all the mana. Do I want to move up Geomancer, swing? Do I want to just Bog Dweller on the Cephalopod? So many questions. I'm gonna kill that for sure. Let's do that first. And then I'll kill this. Yeah, so every turn I should be playing Bog Dweller or Chimera. I might as well Bog Dweller here. I think that's really good. I don't think Cephalopod... Problem is Cephalopod can pull me in and then swing, swing. He can't kill me. I have two defense, so actually maybe we'll do this. Like, even if he swings with 2 big cards, I'm not taking any damage. Now, my question is, should I move here, where I threaten the Cephalopod, or like here, where I cover this line? To be honest, I think I should do this. Because, like, even if he moves me here, I can just back off and come in with the Chimera. This card is still on the wrong color to do anything, but I'll put it along this line a little bit better. I think we've just completely outvalued our opponent at this point. Especially since this is aquatic, and I can honestly move up Geomancer, blow it up, and he can't even kill me. I think he can, because he can move here, play a card, and hit me. I think it's precarious, but that's what I live for. This is difficult. I could play a Geomancer here and then walk away. Or I could go for the mana. I could play a Geomancer here. I'm gonna do it. And I'll walk here. Precarious, but good. I don't think there's a world where that card moves. Nah, I don't think I care. So, I come up here now, threatening that card. I don't need the mana, so I'm just gonna hit him. He can't get the mana unless he floods to swing that way, but that's just bad. I kinda wanna swing at him. But another part of me really just wants to stockpile the king. Let's do that. I'm sure stockpile is the wrong word. We'll have to deal with... Okay, flood. Yeah, I lose one shield, but that's nothing. Question is like, can we kill the king? Yeah, we can easily. So yeah, that's sort of how that deck would play out. I really like it actually. I think it might be strong. So the thing with this deck that's different from others, obviously, is the barrier, right? So you do really well against like control decks and decks that don't hit you with free cards very often. If they do hit you with free cards very often, then you're pretty bad as a card. But I mean, are you? What's 16 plus 14? Yeah. It's not very good. Well, I think it's like, yeah. But you're spawning, right? So, I mean, it's arguable whether you're better or worse than, well, you're better than Volcano, right? Because you move. But you don't move if you spawn, so. Are you that much better than Volcano? Yeah, you are. 100%. Anyways, I'll go back into the deck viewer, I guess. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Anyways, this is kind of my plan. I think I was happy with the whole deck, even though we got unlucky and got 3 Bog Dwellers at the start. I don't think I would change much. Like, maybe there's a better card than Chimera to ramp to or something like that, but maybe Castle Knight isn't the best free card, but I think it is. Same thing with Wasp. I mean, there's some choices you can make. I mean, you could play Wraith Blades that you can kill things with your Crystal Avatars. But overall, I'm really happy with the way that this deck played out and worked. And I think it would do well against most decks. I think it doesn't have like too many horrible matchups. You know, it's good against aggro. It is a control deck. I think it's a quicker control deck. So I don't know what do control decks ramp up to? Shenlong? I don't think it necessarily beats decks that ramp up to Shenlong. Taurus Dragon I don't think is worth ramping up to. My argument is like you're gonna get 24 attack, but you're gonna get it once or twice if you have Force, Taurus Dragon is fine. If your opponent has Force, Taurus Dragon is horrible. Yeah, you can ramp up to Zera. I don't know if that's better even than ramping up to like Chimera. Chimera has 18 attack, Zera has more but doesn't move as fast. Obviously he has even more on certain places and that's his real ability, but eh. Ramping up to Desires is okay, it's just slow. Very slow. I mean, this is complicated. Wasteland is a whole different beast, but I think you need Wasteland to support to actually win with Red Reaper Kaze. Maybe not. I think Forever Phoenix is again easily avoidable. So, and at the same cost as Chimera, you might as well just play Chimera. DFB, again, it's like 25 damage, but only one turn usually. Unless you have Force. If you have Force, it's really good. But I don't think I would want to play Force in this deck. It's just too slow. Already none of our cards do any damage. Yeah, I think people get really infatuated by the idea of playing in a way that isn't standard. And I mean, the standard deck is like stat sticks, damage, maybe some control of the land types. I really don't know what to call that. I'm sure there's a good word, but I always just call it territory, and that's wrong. But anyways, yeah, I think it's really better to just play for some damage, you know? At the end of the day, playing units that stick and keep doing damage every turn is just mathematically better. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the end of this video. I mean, you could play like smaller, like you could ramp quicker, if you will. I love Shock Leviathan, but I don't think it's ever going to be used in this deck. But you could ramp up to like Deep Space Warrior, Raiden, Inferno, maybe not. Yeah, probably Inferno. Inferno's really good, honestly. You could maybe like ramp up to Shadow Lurker too. But yeah, so you could play these like cheaper versions of Chimera that don't move as fast, or that happen to like have less health or less attack or whatever, right? But I think that the version I made is probably pretty strong. I don't think it's necessarily going to be outclassed anytime soon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. I hope you stop playing Crystal Sage all wrong and slow and bad. Thanks for watching.